And we are live. What is happening, y'all? It's us.
What's up? What's up, people?
And we'll be
Welcome to
right.
Knickerbocker Avenue.
Yes, and we'll be right back. Yo, yo, and yo. What is good, everybody? Shemaine man, Coach Fah.
What's up, people? DannyB here.
And we are chilling live from New York and New Jersey.
Oh yeah, Long Island in the house, bro. How you
Yo,
feeling, Coach? How you doing today, man?
I was feeling great. It was really enjoying everything that we were talking about behind the scenes, getting ready for Mother's Day tomorrow. I'm about to smoke a nice little roast beef for the lady. You know,
Nice, man. Nice.
getting ready for about a good 6, 7 hour smoke.
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I love doing that. I can't wait to get out of this apartment and get my own yard and start barbecuing, dude. I haven't barbecued in 3 years myself. You know what I mean? I've been to a couple of events and stuff. What's up, Chris? Chris representing. Always supporting on Twitter, man. Appreciate that.
Yo,
But yeah,
great
dude, I
dude.
can't wait
Knicks
to get the
Film School.
barbecue, dude. Yo, those halftime shows, I'm all about those. All
Yes,
about it.
yes. Yo,
And it's a perfect segue here, real quick. He's done a couple halftime shows with a certain AnthonyMSG. And I want to be the first to announce it here. He will be here with us live next week, next
yes.
Saturday noon. AnthonyMSG will be joining
Big
us. So
Ant in the building.
definitely come back around, come hang out with us. It's always a good time here on Knickerbocker Ave.
No doubt. Hey, man, what you wearing?
Yo, we do it every week, Coach. Every week, bro.
Every week, ladies and gentlemen. And we don't plan this, by the way.
No,
This is not scripted outfits. It's
nope.
just we, Daddy and I, man, since day
Too
one, man, we
funny.
just been on a vibe, man.
Always, dude.
So
Always.
how'd you get that jersey?
Yo, so I actually won this from Verizon. It was I'm always I don't even know how I get it. All these sponsored ads that you see, man, but they're always like Knicks catered. So the one for Verizon, I saw it and it was just like go if you're a part of I think if you have the unlimited plan with Verizon,
Mm-hmm.
they have a rewards program called Verizon Up. So this sponsored ad was like, go check your Verizon Up rewards for a chance to win a Knicks jersey or something. So I went right into it and I look and literally I got in it and it was like you can enter this contest in 2 minutes. So I'm just sitting waiting for the thing to hit one. I hit claim and yeah, I got an email like a week later saying I won it. So pretty cool.
Nice,
Definitely, man.
nice.
Definitely. So I'll take it, a
No
little
doubt,
OB action. And
no doubt.
and the reason I wanted to wear it today is just because again last night you saw him doing some good things. So we'll get into that in a little bit because those good things kind of came into the second half of the game and I definitely want to start at the beginning.
No
So
doubt. Now,
anything else you want to plug before we go into a little
now,
recap?
here's the thing, though. That's a number one jersey, but it's not my number.
Yo, I know. Yo, tell him about your jersey, brother.
No, no, no. This is the Stoudemire number one jersey. Notice the black lining. You know what I mean? This is the official. Now, I've been a Knicks fan my entire life, but the wildest thing is I've never owned like as a teenager, whatever. I never owned Knicks uh, anything. No jerseys, no nothing. I had a couple of
Right.
hats and I had a couple of T-shirts. I had the Eastern Conference Finals T-shirt when we
Okay.
won it. I
That's a
had it.
CD, dude.
Dude, I had my mom and my sister bought that for me for my birthday, and I wore it till the medallions fell off of the shirt, bro. So how I got this? Uh, it was a Christmas early in me and my wife being together, and she bought it for me for Christmas.
That's awesome, bro. And that
And
means a lot, your first
tears
jersey.
welled up in my eyes. You know what I mean? And she's a Wizards fan. But being around me, she's watched the Knicks, and they're kind of her team too, like for real, for real.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So she knew the gravity of what this jersey meant to me because Stat was the first cat. Everybody talk about no, Stat was the first cat of substance to want to come to New York. And I'm
You're right.
always talk about that because people always try to play him down and stuff, and I can't stand it. You know, when
You're
he
right, man.
came, he was a name, and people took us seriously when he showed up. Partly the reason why Melo wanted to come in the first place.
Yep, $100 million man, bro. I
Yo,
think, right? 5 years, 100 mil he
yeah,
got.
man. So
Yeah.
this jersey right here was to me the start of the resurgence of who we are. You know,
What's funny, man, is that last night, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, I posted a picture. I was rocking the Mellow version. So I seen that Adidas symbol on the side there, and it's just funny because we're in the same era, you know?
and I was gonna wear the Melo one today.
Yo,
Because I
but
got
you had
that in the
something in the back of your
closet.
head, bro. Told you, you know what I'm saying?
Like
Rock
I
the
said,
one.
bro, we good. All right.
That's what's up,
So
dude. That's what's up.
and
Great story.
thank you, man. So last night,
Can I just tell you, man?
go ahead.
I can't stand seeing us start off with 4 turnovers in the first 2 minutes. Literally, I mean, to start the game off with back-to-back turnovers.
It tells
All
you
right.
where we're going
Oh,
next. Game.
man. Dude, we were down 10-3, I think, in the first, 2 minutes. Tibbs calls a timeout. Thankfully, Bullock comes out of it, and he hits a jumper, to start kind of getting the momentum going. And it picked it up. But just a slow start. I can't stand these slow starts.
Right.
A lot of people you see on Twitter like pin it on Peyton. It's not so much Peyton, you know what I mean? Because if you remember before All-Star break, there was a stretch of games where RJ would get the ball right off the tip. Whoever got it would go to RJ, and he would take a couple dribbles in and then drive right into the bucket. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see to start the game. Either that or let Randall do it. You know what I mean? But that's
Right.
it doesn't. It's not on Peyton every time. You know what I mean? We're
No,
already past that. There's 5 games left. Let's get off the Peyton freaking train. You know what I mean? So, but it's tough to mention because he does, of
I
course,
tried that, and they
turnover
yelled
too.
at me on Twitter. Remember, I tried
Mm-hmm.
that, and
Yep.
they yelled at me. They called me. They had the audacity to say that I am less than a fan because I was quote unquote supporting Alfred Payton. And this is the problem with Nick Landy
Talk
is
on
that
it, bro.
we start doing this nonsense and it literally takes so much away from the season, from the team, because this is not team talk. This
Mm-hmm.
is individuals wanting to be mad at somebody and then, not knowing how to communicate with others who are trying to not defend the person, but trying to move the conversation.
Listen, there's a line. You know what I mean?
There is,
It's as simple as that.
you know, and
I get it.
And I mean, some folk, to be perfectly honest, I'm just quick to turn off as soon as I see them comment because they
Yo,
only pop up when somebody else is saying something negative toward me, and here they come. All of y'all, ah, I I even had to mute a cat that I normally listen to because conspiracy theories about Rose and Leon and contracts all of a sudden came up. And I'm like, see, this is exactly what we don't need. We
nah,
as
definitely
fans
not.
can't handle success because this is
Nope.
the type of crap that should not even be anywhere near us. So,
Listen,
eh,
media pays attention. Media sees it. You know what I mean? So they'll find the juicy nuggets out there, pick up on it, and push a story. So
yeah,
I'd rather not. I'd rather
don't
stay
give
away
them
from that.
nothing to talk about.
Yep,
Don't
hundred
give
percent.
Bonnie or none of them nothing to even say.
I'd rather talk about Bullock coming out. When we're
Bang.
down, like I just said, down 10-3 in the first couple of minutes. He comes out of the timeout, hits a jumper. He hit another three. He got fouled on the three. Hit all 3 free throws.
Mhm.
And then another part in the first quarter that I picked up on, I'm sure you probably saw it too, was when Chris Paul came out, Derrick Rose had came in, and the
Mhm.
energy, steps up, and
Picked
we're
up.
able to kind of pull away a little bit, pick up the offense. I forget what the numbers were on the run, but we did finish the first quarter 33-30, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
So, yep.
The
So,
problem was last night. I'm skipping ahead a bit to the third quarter
Go for it, bro. Do it.
because
Halftime we were up. Halftime we were up 7. So we're
right.
going into the third, with a little
But
bit of a lead
the
here.
problem with that was as soon as we came out, we let them run, and they came
Oh
back.
yeah.
And that 7 point lead, no lead felt safe last night.
Nope, not at
No
all. It
lead
was a
felt
game of
safe
runs. It really was.
until the fourth. But where I feel like everything went off the rails was within the last like 20 seconds of the third quarter.
Listen, the Suns used what happened as motivation. You know what I
Yes,
mean? That
and we
and
used it
they're
as demotivation. It killed
100%.
us when
Yeah.
we let them score 4 points on us in 10 seconds.
Yep.
We weren't right
Yep.
when we went into the fourth. And the
Nope.
other problem was last night was not a night to have both Quickly and Burks out.
Yep.
Like Frank is a great defender and he had solid minutes. He had some good assists, but they don't look to. I'm not going to say he's not a scorer because he's not, but at the same time, one of the things that I noticed when we started getting jammed up and not able to score points was he was on the court and they weren't passing him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He'd come and flash on the 3 point line a couple of times, and Rose didn't miss him. He saw him and chose to go a different direction.
Yep.
And and when we do that and we don't move the ball, I'm not saying for Frank to shoot. I'm saying move the ball because if it goes to him, maybe something else opens up.
And you saw him do it underneath the rim there. He had a quick touch pass right to Gibson, and
That was beautiful. That was
beautiful.
great ball movement, and it was a
Yep.
great play, and that was part of what we needed and what we were getting. But
Yep.
again, like when we felt tight in the fourth, we kind of revert back to either Derek holding the ball too long, or you get it to Julius and he holds the ball
He
too
ISO
long, or
right.
you get it to RJ and he holds the ball too long. When we are killing it is when that pass is happening and the
Yep.
ball gets moving. But I noticed lately when we get really tight in the fourth, we don't move the ball as much. It kind of
You're
sticks.
right.
And that's going to kill us going into the playoffs. So we got to start addressing that.
We definitely, I 100% agree with you. I definitely think that that's big. Off ball movement is huge. And Knicks and Dimes is
Yeah, he's on
commenting here on
point
the side.
today,
He's
and I
on point.
appreciate him.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here. But you're right. It's off the ball movement is huge. And in the fourth quarters, I've definitely noticed it too. You see Randall take the ball up and kind of see what he's got, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he's been forcing the shot, sometimes he's been forcing the lane. Going into a double team and kind of coughing it up. Couple
Right.
turnovers last night that just I was kind of like, did that just really happen? But it happens from time to time. The good thing about him is that he's conscious of it, right?
Right.
Because he's already made all these changes. He already knows what's needed to make more changes. So I'm not so worried about that because it's just watch the film, make the adjustment, and we know he could do it. So it's make it happen. But it's the other parts that are stagnant where we got to really work on it in terms of off the ball movement. Like you said, moving the ball, we got to move for each other. You know what I
Right.
mean? If Derrick Rose is holding the ball and he's dribbling it around and nothing's going, somebody's gonna come set a screen. We got to move around. You know what I
They
mean? You
wait for
got to get the other
Taj.
team moving.
They
Got to get
wait
the other
for
team
either
moving.
Taj or Noel to come set the screen after they've done pounded the ball into the court about 5 to 6 million times. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the only guy those are the only two guys that seem to come set picks.
Yep.
I don't see Obi setting picks. I don't see Randall setting
Now
any.
Obi needs to get better at setting picks, and he could really take a page out of Taj's book because Taj is great at setting
I'm
screens.
wondering why he hasn't picked up on it yet because he still does that silly flash stuff, and Mitch does it too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are y'all flashing for? Stand there, stand your ground, make the actual pick, then move. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Also, I would like to see us do a little bit more is pick up some charges. Take the charges. Let's, you know what I mean? How many times do we just let people come right into the lane and get a dunk? Let's try to be smart about it, think one step ahead and get to that spot, and take the charge. That's just one thing that I think as a team we could do a little bit better. I'd
And
like to
and
see that.
and to your point, I'm gonna throw an old name at y'all
Do it.
because he, for his horrible contract and horrible looks, because that boy was ugly. But no, man, I just kidding. I just kidding. No, but for all of that, Jared Jeffries was the king of charges. Jared
Man.
Jeffries gave his body up like nothing for us. Like every time, he just couldn't score or nothing like that. But
Yep. We
but
had we had a couple cats through the years that did that,
yeah,
and that's one aspect I've seen us lack in the
Frank is
last
the
season.
only one who does it, and he doesn't play.
Man, right on point, dude. I literally was just thinking the last person I really seen do it consistently was Frank, who's obviously not getting the consistent time anymore.
Right.
But yeah, definitely, man. Third, the end of the third right there was everything. That sucked all the energy from us, and we
Yep.
started off the fourth without that energy, and
Yep.
just the Suns kept piling it on. And we were in their home court, so that energy, from the crowd was there, and it just we couldn't overcome it. So it's
And
tough because that was such a winnable game.
yes.
After we came out of that timeout in the first quarter, we led for most of
Yes.
the way until
Yes.
that moment
Third
in
quarter.
at the end of the third.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's all they needed. They were just looking for something to click.
Yep.
And what we did not capitalize on was keeping that something from them. And we've been good at that most of
Yep.
the season.
You're right.
But, maybe honestly, I feel like, this is our first time. This is not just the fans' first time at this. This is everybody on that team's first
Yep.
time at
And we've
this.
said that either last week or the week before, man.
Hmm.
It's a whole learning process for everybody. So listen, we finally got a nice team. We're not going to be turning the roster over next season. You know what I mean? So it's let's collectively learn, collectively move forward,
Right.
and think about the steps that we've taken this season and apply that to the next season. Just think
That,
about it. I mean, we've done so much already. Knock on wood, not too much changes with the mechanics and things like that. But I think that's we only are going to go up from here. And I think we've proven it to ourselves, and they've proven it to themselves. I'm excited, man. I think as a fan base, we could kind of take a little bit of a breath, and a sigh of relief because we've had a shit go, man. Oh, it's been a long time, since we've
right.
had this much asset. I heard you
Right.
talking with Tommy D, the other day on Candid Corner, and the Knicks haven't been in this great of a spot as a whole in so long. From top down, from the
Right.
cap space to just everything, the assets alone, draft
I
picks. I
mean,
mean,
we
we're in a
talk
good spot.
about and you're absolutely right, man. And we talk about the 2013 season. I call it the plantar fasciitis crew. You know what I mean? Because like a third of our roster was like
I
38
remember.
to 40 years old, and they all
Yep.
caught plantar fasciitis, and it was done. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that was the 53 win season, and that's when Melo was most comfortable because he had vets around him.
Hmm.
But but the roster was not constructed to last because we had 38 to 40-year-olds with major minutes.
Oh yeah, that was an older
You know what I
team
mean?
for sure.
And we still didn't have the cap space. We still didn't have the draft assets that we have now. So we go back to that being our most winningest time in the last decade or so. But we are constituted even better than that
Right.
right now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And the fact that our vets aren't 38 to 40. You know what I mean? Taj, I believe, is what, 36, something like that.
Yeah, I think he's 35.
35,
Um,
36.
yeah. Either way, he's right there. Right.
The bald head don't help because he just kind of got that Jeffrey Osborne look a little bit. But last night's the first time in a while I actually saw the Brooklyn in him come out. Not even that; it was his reaction to Chris. Now, this was a point I was going to bring up a little bit ago, and listening to you and where you were taking it, I was taking it, so I just rocked with it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris Paul is a very interesting guy in relation to our series this season
Yeah.
because he's literally done it both times. He's the reason why we lost the first game at
Hmm.
home. He just came on and it was ridiculous. And then last night he got in our heads in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah. Listen, he didn't do it last night on the stat sheet
No, he
because
did it
if
in
you look,
here last night.
oh yeah, no, if you look, we held Chris Paul and Booker, I think, to both less than 20 points. I think it was like 17, 19, something like that. Both of them
Hmm.
had less than 20 points, regardless. So it was the bench, and the rest of the guys that really beat
Right.
us. But
He beat
absolutely,
us mentally.
absolutely. I was just gonna say that mentally. Plus, he knows his team. He controls that team. He talks
Hmm.
to his guys constantly. He's telling them what he's thinking, what he's seeing, and he really is directing traffic in all aspects. So he absolutely did. And like you said, he really got on our heads. So it just sucks because we got two more games coming at us before the road trip comes to a close, and they're both premier teams and they're both nationally televised, so
Right.
it's going to be
Now,
interesting.
here's my. You know what? You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a break for this conversation, get some water, and we'll come right
Oh,
back
I
and we'll
look
wrap it
forward
up.
to this. Oh, let's go. What do we got today?
You want your floaters to float. You want your 3-pointers to splash. You want to make an impact your rookie year. You got to use this new cologne, Emmanuel number 5. That's that New York-ish. Chanel, Emmanuel number 5. This is how New York does it, baby. At stores near you, or at every single Knick game. Go watch, go enjoy. This is what it is. Say it with me. Emmanuel number 5.
Love it, bro. I love it. We got to make like a fake product, a fake bottle. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
great stuff, bro.
I like
Great
your
stuff.
ideas, man. Yo, and ladies and gentlemen, Danny B has some of the greatest ideas. He's always thinking about marketing and growing this thing. So, big shouts to you, man, and your
I,
dedication.
I appreciate that, bro. I definitely do. Definitely do. I just I don't know. I've always been like that, always thinking what else.
Never
Oh,
complacent. That's important. Just like
dude.
these Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be, man. You got to keep going. Yo, how about your costume on May 4th that I saw on Twitter, dude? That was a dope
Ah,
picture. Do you
blessings,
got tell
blessings.
me you have it here. You could pull it up real quick to show everybody what I'm talking about.
Oh man, I don't know if I have it here, but while I'm talking to y'all, let me see if I could pull it up
Yeah,
for you real
definitely
quick.
definitely take a look for that, dude. And again, for anybody that might have missed it, next week we have AnthonyMSG with us, joining us
Yes.
live right here, Knickerbocker Avenue, 12 o'clock noon. Definitely come check that out. That's always going to be a great convo. I've been talking to him for a little bit on the side, so I'm looking forward to getting on a show and talking verbally. So shouts to him. I appreciate him coming on the show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Now that actually I'm looking forward to that myself because he's a great dude, and he's gone through a whole lot in his life and stuff, with his sister and everything. And
Hmm.
I just he's just one of those folk that you just root for.
Absolutely, man. One of the biggest Knicks fans out there. So
Yes,
I'm def-
yes. And he's in the commercial.
yeah, dude, throwing that fist. Love
Yeah,
it, bro.
man.
Love it.
Yeah, love it, love it. I mean, that's what we're talking about. That is Nick fandom. It's
Yo,
pure. It's genuine. Yo, that's my dude, man. And I'm
and
glad
shout
we're
shout
able
to
to get
Knicks
him over there.
PR. The Knicks PR this year has
Yeah, they've
just
been
been
awesome.
so much better, man. Steve Stout, that's what you do when you bring a guy like that into the fold. Steve
Exactly.
Stout, World Wide West, you know what I mean? There's so many minds at play behind the scenes. And I mean, just look at what we did with the whole Kith, collaboration. You had Dipsets, at center court. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. I live for that, man. I live for that.
So
I seen them live. I want to say, man, going back now, like 7 years, 8 years ago. Last I seen
okay,
them was, I think it was Governor's Island, Rock the Bells. Dude,
okay.
that series that they had was
Yeah.
just awesome, dude. Year after year. I used to go nonstop, man.
Okay. Rock the Bells
Wu
was yeah, definitely.
Dude, awesome, man. Nas would always headline. Saw him and Lauryn Hill. You had Wu-Tang, Slaughterhouse. I was big into Slaughterhouse with Joe
Okay.
Budden, Nickel,
Okay.
Crooked. Yeah, man. Joel Ortiz. I love those
Yeah,
dudes.
Joel
Man,
Ortiz. See, okay.
Rock the Bells was dope. I saw DMX at Rock the Bells one year, dude, and
God,
he was nuts. Yeah, absolutely, dude. He was insane when I saw him. He was jumping all over the stage, climbing up.
yo,
He was
he
nuts.
he performs, man.
He does, dude. He was great. I
All
saw
right.
Bone Thugs. Oh man, dude, this was great, bro. Oh, I love it, dude. Shout to Coach right here. This is the picture I was talking about a couple minutes ago. He posted this on May 4th, and I hope the 4th was with you all.
Yo,
That was great, dude.
that was a Halloween costume I did maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Nice.
I cosplay. Just FYI, Halloween. I don't put on a mask. I put on an outfit. I was Robin Hood this past year. I've been a sorcerer. I've been a vampire with the full jump off and the big tall hat.
I'm
Yo,
all about it, bro.
yo,
My
it's
birthday is
fun.
Halloween, so
Oh snap!
I love
Okay,
Halloween, bro.
okay.
We've been doing before COVID. We used to have a Halloween party every year here at the apartment, bro. And my wife, when she does something, she's Italian. She goes to the nines with
I'm about to
everything.
say okay.
So, dude, my whole apartment was insane. I'm gonna have to show you pictures at some point, dude.
I
I
love
had
to
my
see.
bathtub filled with red colored water with like skeleton bones all in it, dude. The hallway was decked out with those flashing lights and stuff and glow in the
Okay,
dark shit. It was
okay.
insane, dude. Insane. We really it was cool for a while. So yeah, dude, I love Halloween, man. We always go to the top with it. So that's awesome that you do that too with the cosplay.
Yeah, I love it. And I used to do it because at the job, at my last job, they would allow for it. And so for me, I'm like, all right, if I'm gonna go to work with this, I ain't gonna go with no just like a Halloween T-shirt on. I would do, I would do me. And I tend to go big. You know, the holiday parties with the ugly sweaters. I had an ugly suit one time that I actually put together myself with some old lime green suit that I found, and I put
Nice.
garland and stuff on it. It was crazy, yo.
That's funny, man.
In
That's
high
awesome.
school, I showed up as a pimp. I promise, senior year, yo, and
uh,
there
little
was an
hustle and
old
flow.
Yo, it was an old fur coat I found in the basement or in the attic or something. And I found some like cufflinks that I put on my thumbs because they had those big like stones on them.
Yeah,
Dude, I had
yeah.
an Indiana Jones hat that I kind of flipped up to the side. Dude,
Oh man.
they okay. I looked so authentic that when I got to school, there was some girls that were dressed up as like prostitutes or whatever. All of a sudden, they are following me around the daggone hallways. The teachers were
Oh
getting
man.
mad. Like, I don't think y'all should be depicting this.
It was a different time, dude, back then. You know what I mean? Like we got away with so much more back then.
Oh my god! They was like, yo. By the end of the day, they was like, "You gonna have to stop, sir."
You can't do this next year.
No, yo, they took it off. They said no pimps. You know,
That's too
everybody was
funny.
after I graduated. You know, there was no more pimps at the school.
That's so funny, man. And yo, I'm gonna do a complete 180 right here.
All right.
Shout to all the moms on Nick's Twitter.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day. I
Happy
hope
Mother's
everybody enjoys
Day.
their weekend. What plans do you got? You hanging out? You making that dinner tonight? Or you doing that tomorrow?
Oh, because it's a long smoking process, so I'm doing it today.
For
But
tomorrow.
right now, tomorrow, and she already knows, but I already told her. I already got the fresh linguine.
Okay.
Yeah, not the Ronzoni stuff that's all hard. No, I got fresh.
I know you're legit with it, brother.
Yes. I got some tomato bruschetta. You know
Oof,
what I mean? Yo, I'm doing like a smoky Italian for her.
nice.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna have the linguine. I'm gonna get the Italian bread with the garlic on there, and then I'm gonna like slide some bruschetta on that. You know what I mean? On the
Yo,
side
man,
there, and then get the nice sliced smoked roast.
dude, we need to get together and have a feast when all
I
this
was
COVID
literally gonna
stuff
say,
chills.
man, yo, this summer I'm expecting, the Danny B crew to hop in the car, come on out to Jersey, come kick it in my
Absolutely,
backyard,
dude.
come see the
Definitely.
smoker, and let me cook for y'all, man. That's what it is.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. I'm 100% in for that. And it's funny because you see MJ and a couple other people, they were talking about it on Twitter about, when everything gets passed, let's have a big
Yeah,
freaking Knicks feast,
dude. And
and
MJ
just
is not far
everybody
from
come
me.
through. No, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. She said that
Yeah,
she recognized the area
yeah.
in the
MJ and I,
Candid
we got a
Minutes.
funny story. I
That's funny.
the town that I live in now. I moved to
Hmm.
here 2 years ago, Halloween.
Too funny.
And yeah, and so the town that I moved from, I was there for like 10 years. The town that I moved from, she just moved to from
Wow.
here. She was here and moved there.
That's so
So,
funny.
and that's like maybe 12, 15 minutes away from me. So
Wow.
when we're able to do it and you tell me you coming, yo, MJ, hop in the car. You get some of this
100%.
barbecue too.
We're all gonna hang out. I'm gonna bring the wife. We'll have a great time, dude.
Yes.
We'll make something and bring it over. It'll be a good time, dude.
Oh, you know it.
Absolutely.
You know it. And I got the liquor cabinet right here. We got the wine
Nice.
cellar upstairs, whatever y'all like, rosé, bread, whatever.
We're definitely gonna break some bread, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
listen, as we're coming up to the 12:30 mark, I just want to let everybody know tomorrow the game is at 3:30 p.m. We got
Man.
the Clippers, so little matinee, type game. So I'm looking forward to that. Not killing the whole day. I'll probably throw that on while I'm at the mom's house because I'll be there for brunch, little lunch, and then going over to the in-laws for dinner. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And we'll both be back with the Candid Minute with Danny B
Yes.
Morning Drive Monday morning. So look out for that. AnthonyMSG right here, Knickerbocker Ave next week.
Woo
Coach
woo.
Fah, always a pleasure, brother. Love talking to you,
Pleasure's
man.
always mine, Big Danny B.
All the mothers out there, enjoy Mother's Day. Happy
Happy
Mother's
Mother's Day,
Day.
y'all.
And we'll
And
see you guys
happy
soon.
Mother's Day to my mom, to my sister Paige, to my wife. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all my family out in Long Island, out in Jersey, everywhere, y'all. I love y'all and just enjoy it.
Absolutely. Be good, y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Be better.